The other day I attended my great uncle's service. He lived to be 90 years old. And something the preacher said stopped me in my tracks. He said that there are three types of people in life. And as I reflected, I realized that there are also three types of nurses who want to leave nursing. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what type of nurse you are and how to become the nurse that you want to be. If you're new here, my name is Mel. I left nursing back in 2021 and I don't regret my decision at all. So let's get into the three types of nurses. The first type of nurse is the watching nurse. She constantly thinks about quitting nursing. She watches a bunch of other people leave. She feels inspired, consumes a bunch of content. She does a bunch of research about nurses leaving nursing. So this nurse knows that she wants to leave. She feels that tension within herself, within her body, within her nervous system. Every time she dreads going into work, she watches from the sidelines, but she never actually takes the action that she needs to take in order to really walk away from nursing without regretting her decision. It's like she's waiting for permission that will never come because that permission is internal. It has to come from you. In a year from now, this nurse will be in the same exact spot that she's currently in. If you feel like you are that nurse, you are that nurse who watches from the sidelines, but you want to become that nurse who actually takes action, I want you to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications right now. You'll be inspired to take action over here. If you're the watching nurse and you're in this phase and you know you want to quit, but you're really afraid to admit that, I created a free masterclass to help you get out of the indecision, to help you really admit to yourself that you want to leave nursing. So you can stop being on the fence. You can stop second guessing this decision and you can learn to trust your intuition, trust yourself with this decision, because that's what this is all about. Learning to trust yourself, learning to choose yourself. If you are the watching nurse, this is not a place, like this is not to feel ashamed, but this is a crossroads for you to determine if you want to still be watching on the sidelines come March 27th of 2027 next year, or if you want to actually be taking steps to prepare for your transition out of nursing into something that fulfills you, something that makes you happier. So the next type of nurse is the waiting nurse, the nurse that's waiting for the perfect time, the nurse that's waiting for all of the answers to fall into place before she takes a step. If you resonate with this type of nurse, I want to make it clear that this isn't about rushing to quit nursing without preparing yourself, but it is about not waiting to take the first step. It is about not waiting forever, not waiting for the perfect time to feel magically ready. Because the truth is that ready is not a feeling, it's a decision. So if you're waiting to feel ready, you're going to be waiting for a very long time. It is about preparing mentally, emotionally, and financially so that you don't look back years from now and regret your decision to leave. And then the third type of nurse is the nurse who decides, the nurse who makes a decision. To decide means to cut off any and all other possibilities. This nurse, she's scared. She knows that things will be a lot different, but she moves anyway. She decides to move anyway. She decides that this isn't where she stops. This isn't where her story stops. This isn't where her journey stops. She decides that leaving nursing is the beginning of a new version of herself, the beginning of a new life, the beginning of a new lifestyle. She's scared, but she invests in herself. She gets a mentor. She joins a community of like-minded people who are going through similar journeys, and she moves anyway. So the deciding nurse, she don't have everything all figured out, but she knows one thing, which is that she can't continue to settle for good enough. She can't continue to stay somewhere that she's unhappy. She can't continue to stay somewhere where she feels drained. So she decides, she prepares, and she figures out all the intricate details. She figures out everything else along the way. So the difference between these three types of nurses is not knowledge, it's not information, it's not intelligence, it's not bravery, it's the decision. So the real question is, which nurse are you? So I used to be the woman in life who watched from the sidelines, who waited to feel ready to do the things that she felt in her heart that she was supposed to be doing. Then I became the woman who waited, the waiting one, who wanted to plan everything out or who wanted to make sure things were perfect before she could take a step. But if it's anything that this journey has taught me, leaving nursing and getting into entrepreneurship, is this: you have to decide now. You have to take action now. Yes, prepare. But once you make the decision, that's when it settles in your mind like, oh, we really doing this. And that's when your mind starts to figure it out, become aware of what needs to be done in order for you to successfully transition out of nursing into whatever next career you want to get into, whether that's a traditional path or the path of entrepreneurship. So eventually I became the woman who decided that she was going to choose herself over a draining career. I became the woman who decided that she would choose herself over burnout, over feeling exhausted, over dreading most of her days. I became the woman who decided that her happiness was essential. Her peace, her mental and her physical health, pouring into herself, choosing herself, was essential. So if you're ready to become the woman who has decided, or if you're already the woman who's decided, you're the exact type of woman that I created my Confidence to Quit Nursing signature program for. You're scared to move, but you know you need to make a change. You want to learn how to own that decision with confidence. You want to learn what makes you happy and how to really go after that. You want to be the woman who looks back on her life a year from now in 2027, who can say that she chose herself. She walked away from nursing. She doesn't regret her decision. And you can become that woman. If you're ready to become the nurse who decides, the link for the Confidence to Quit Nursing signature program is down below in the description. You don't want to be the nurse who looks back years from now, who's still waiting, who's still watching, or who looks back and wondered what happened. Are you committed to becoming the nurse who decides to choose her happiness, to choose her peace, her health, to choose herself?